Hello and welcome back. This is Joanna the Medium. Thank you so much for watching my channel. These are going to be readings for each zodiac sign for the month of February 2017. Moon sign, sun sign, and rising sign. If you would like a continuation of these readings as in a 6-month projection from January through to June, I have included a link down below for my video on demand page where you will find each individual sign with projections from January through to June. If you have any questions regarding how to purchase, or if you have any concerns regarding the purchasing process, please contact Vimeo directly. I do have that information down below for you as well. As the moment I include them for purchase, I have no connection or no visibility to the purchasing process on my end or for you guys. January or February seems to be a month of a lot of changes. These are positive changes for the most part. Some information regarding relationships, some information regarding jobs, health, so all around general readings. And of course, if you wish to have a private session to see how this connects with you individually, I have provided that information down below for you, so feel free to contact me and I will be honored to set up a session for you and go from there. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. I look forward to seeing you again in March, and without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back. This is going to be a reading, general reading for the sign of Aquarius. Moon sign, rising sign, and sun sign. I have 3 cards face down. Please forgive me, I have a bit of a cold. So if I start hacking, please excuse me. And 3 cards face down. Let's start off with the messages first from Spirit, channel messages, and see what we have for the month of February. The image I see is hands releasing a white dove. When I ask what this message means, I hear the word peace. Then I'm being shown a heart, somebody offering me a heart. So let's just break this down. And I want to talk about romantic relationships. For some of you, in the month of February, you will either offer your heart to somebody or somebody is going to offer their heart to you. Now, this can be signified as an engagement, as a, I see the hands shaking, so that's a transaction. That would be a business. I just want to stay with the romantic side for a second. Engagement, exclusivity, any situation that will feel like you're offering somebody a heart or somebody's offering you a heart. And this is to do with emotions, which you understand what that means. I also hear you have been waiting for this for quite some time. I'm also hearing that some of this is going to connect with people who are looking for work, looking for a job, or looking for a new career. The people shaking hands, what I was seeing is a new path for someone regarding a career, new career, or a new job. And I also hear the words congratulations. So for some of you, you will be offered something that's going to feel heart connected to you with respect to work. For some of you, this is going to be in a relationship where somebody offers you their heart. And I clearly hear the word engagement. So perhaps for some of you in February, you will receive an engagement proposal in on Valentine's Day maybe, or the month of February. The entire month of February seems like a month full of, I hear the word cryptic messages. Let me just see what that means. Surprises. Okay. The entire month of February seems to be a month of surprises for you. I see things coming up that you are not expecting. These are good things. These are surprises. And things coming up you have been expecting, but you decided to let go. So at some point there was an expectation and then you decided just to let it go and something comes up to you. And I see gifts right on in front of me everywhere. So For those of you who this is going to connect with, month of February seems to be a month of devotion and month of pleasant surprises. Now, this could be sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign for the sign of Aquarius. I also hear the message, your mother is well. Do not worry about her. And I heard the name Alice, Alyssa, Alicia, something with a name with the letter A. I am assuming this is a person who's passed. Could be a person who's passed, but it could also be a person who is alive and is currently battling a certain condition. Okay? Alice, I'm going to leave that name with you. For those of you who this is supposed to mean something, you will understand. Aside from February being a month of surprises, it is also a month of hard work. I hear the words new beginning. For many of you, you will be beginning a new enterprise. Enterprise could be under the umbrella of enterprise could be projects, jobs, anything that is connected to working or collaboration with other people. So there seems to be that. Some of you in February are going to start new relationships. Now, February is the month of love and, Valentine's and all that stuff. But some of you are actually going to meet someone in the month of February. And I hear the words surprisingly so, that may turn into a love relationship or a long-term relationship. Okay, for some of you, you will be signing papers. Now this is interesting because some of the signs that I have done so far, the message seemed to be very general, and yet for this one it's pretty specific. So it just shows you that from sign to sign it's a very different message. Some of you will be signing papers. These papers have to do with, I hear the word production, producing. So maybe some of you are connected to production, producing something for someone, for TV production. It's connected with production, and there's many offshoots I can go with this, but some of you will be signing papers, and it has to do with production or producing something. I do see the word TV, so some of you might be working somehow connected to television or programming, and you will be signing some papers. This paper seems to be of a contractual nature, so a contract, okay? For some of you, you will be signing a contract pertaining to a home, and I hear the word sale. So some of you, you will be selling a home, condo, or a property. I hear sale, not necessarily purchase, okay? Now, for those of you who are looking to sell and buy, what I see is, I see the sale, but when it comes to purchasing, I hear the sign stop. And I'm asking why, and I hear the word March. So if you are looking to purchase property, condo, or something substantial that requires you to sign documentation or a contract, it would be wise for you to wait until the month of March. Now, if you can't wait, obviously you have to go with what is in front of you. But if you have been hesitating, or if you do hesitate in February for whatever reason, maybe it's because it is wise for you to wait until March. Okay? Now I'm asking why. Well, for some of you, it can also be, if you're looking at selling, depending on what area you live in, I see the prices going up. So he's actually showing price up. So for some of you, selling would be more beneficial if you waited to March. But again, don't take my word as, or his word as a matter of fact, as a gospel. You have to figure out and basically do what your intuition tells you. But there seems to be some situations that have contract attached to it. For some of you, you will be starting jobs or new careers that require you to sign a contract. And this is a confidentiality contract. So maybe it's a job that has high stakes connected to it, or there is a lot of confidential type information you will be dealing with. Some of you, I hear the word bank. You will be signing a contract with a bank or connected to a bank. This could also be a mortgage. Now, let me just see if there's anything other than that. I also hear wait for the right opportunity. So I want to see how this connects with all the things that I just said. For some of you, the contract you will be presented with does not seem to fit your idea, your ideals, or does not seem to fit your parameter. And you might find yourself to be slightly disappointed and therefore confused as what to do. I hear the words, do not be afraid to ask for more. So if you are presented with a contract and the contract is about you receiving financial assistance or financial component, do not be afraid to ask for more, because it sounds to me like it will be lowballed. So somebody may come with an offer that is less than what you thought or what you hoped for. Okay, so, and I want to leave it at that. Now let's go with the cards. First card signifying energies you are leaving behind, but energies that are connecting or contributing to where you are today. And we have the card Major Arcana. It's called Master. In a traditional tarot deck, I believe this is the Devil. Do not quote me on it. But basically this card is showing me, see him holding this heart. This heart is behind bars, which means it cannot expand because the bars or the room with bars is keeping it there, stuck, unable to expand. So this is talking about addictions, beliefs, negative aspects of yourself that are preventing you from being the best that you can be. So, but these are energies that you are leaving behind. So it sounds to me like you're coming from a place, or you're coming from a time where you had to relinquish some of your old ideas or ideals and coming into terms with something within yourself. I don't want to spend too much time on this because it is in the past, but I want to see what the card is now, what the challenge is right now. Okay, so the card is called Dreams and Decisions. 7 of Cups. It's in reverse. So I'm going to show you this way again. And in reverse. So this is what you're experiencing right now. And I hear the words unable to let go. You're unable to let go of something that fundamentally prevents you from becoming the best that you can be. I also hear you have some old, outdated ideas about yourself which keep you bound and stuck in your current position. So I'm trying to see how this connects with the previous message. I want to go with addictions first and foremost. Some of you are dealing with addictions. And these addictions, so the heart in prison here is a part of you that cannot expand because something is keeping it stuck and unable to expand. Some of you have some addictions and you've been battling them for quite some time, but for whatever reason, you haven't been able to shake them off. Now, addictions could be to alcohol, drugs, sex, spending too much money, gambling, addictions to unhealthy relationships, addictions to toxic relationships, addictions to overeating. So any number of things that are, or behaviors that are way out of balance, that are preventing you from becoming the person you're meant to be, which is great and powerful. And those things are keeping you stuck. And I want to see a little bit further to what this is. When I connect to this card, I hear the words, I can't go there, I can't go there, I can't go there. So it's a feeling of having some past hurt, some past experiences that were uncomfortable, and for some of you traumatizing, okay, that have created or helped create your addictive behaviors, okay? I hear the word counseling. For some of you, you either need to seek counseling or you need to seek someone who would offer you wise counsel, okay? If you are dealing with an addiction and you feel you can't do it alone, you are being urged to ask for help, okay? Now, for some of you, I see it's quite an addiction. For some of you, the addiction is not as devastating, and I see this as spending money or overeating. Now, the idea of devastating can mean different things to different people, but I'm being taken from drugs to food, okay? And each one having its own negative effects. I also hear the words, be brave, you can do this. So it seems like this is particularly geared towards people who are dealing with some kind of addiction, okay? Now, the next card is a card of advice. Yet again, I had this card a moment ago and I shuffled long time. It's called release. This is a person who is shedding his old suit that no longer serves him in order to expose his true light, his true nature, who's his or hers unending being. The card is shown to me in reverse. And what this is saying as an advice is, do not be afraid to let go of the old, of that which no longer serves you. For that is connected to your past, not to your future. And I feel like you're being asked to put a stop to something that is fundamentally preventing you from flying, and that's a metaphor. I feel like you are stuck. I feel like something is holding you back, and I actually feel and see an image of something holding me back by my ankle and preventing me from flying. Excuse me. I see the number 5, and I hear it is time for change. And for some of you, this is dealing with addictions. So if you are dealing with addictions, please ask wise counsel, or please ask for someone who can help you. Whether it's counseling, whether it's a wise friend, whether it's a wise person who will have words of advice, whether it's a clinic you go to, please ask for help and ask for guidance. I am being connected to the month of July with this, or the number 7 for some of you. Okay? Now, I think that's all I have. Excuse me, I'm trying not to cough here. I'm just going to add the numbers here. So 15 is 22. 15, 22, 32, 33. Okay, so it comes to the number 6. And this is about you nurturing yourself, or you learning how to nurture yourself. And addictions often, actually more often than not, almost always, are a mechanism that allow us to nurture ourselves. Unfortunately, addictions have negative consequences, but it is about nurturing ourselves in the wrong way or in the not appropriate ways. So February seems to be a month for some of you about learning how to nurture self in much more productive ways, maybe that's not the right word, in much more empowering ways. And whether you reach this through asking wise counsel, or whether you reach this by actually asking for counseling or for help, there seems to be a definite opportunity here for a profound change going forward. Okay, I think that's all I have. I hope this makes sense to you. This is a general reading, so it will not affect all of you. It would make no sense. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing. Sorry again about my cold. It makes me feel a little bit out of it, but if you would like to comment on how this affects you or how this fits with you, please by all means do so. If you would like a private session to see how this fits with you personally, you can always reach me. That information is down below. Just click on more info and you can get a hold of me, and I will be honored to have a reading with you. Thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful month of February, and I look forward to seeing you in March. Take care.